less than 2, number 5. We have 8x squared minus 18. Okay, so this one here does not have term b, which that's okay. So let's make our equation a little smaller first. So let's use GCF. Greatest common factor would be 2. So let's divide it out, put it on the outside. This will be our new equation. 8 divided by 2 is 4 x squared, and negative 18 divided by 2 is negative 9. Okay, there's a couple ways to do this. I'll show you 3 ways. All right, this way you know how to do this problem. Whatever way works for you, that way you could pick. All right, first thing, let's do our x the regular way we usually do. So 8 times c, so this is a and this is c. You are missing the b. B is missing, so that's okay. So 4 times 9, which will be negative 36. And then we don't have a b. Anytime we don't have a b, no big deal. Put a 0 there. That's all you have to do. Now let's try our method without decimals, using our brain power. So 6 times 6 is 36. So let's, we want a negative, so let's put one of them as a negative. Negative 6 times 6 is negative 36. Good, check. Now let's see the bottom. Negative 6 plus 6 equals 0. Check. Oh, that was easy. So we got our factors. Let's finish this up real quick. So we got our GCF2, and we have x minus 6, x plus 6. Now don't forget, you're not done yet. Don't forget, anytime you have anything in front of the a, you have to divide it back out. So put the 4 here. All right. So 6 divided by 4. I know it, you're going to get a fraction, but that's okay. So what we're doing is reducing fraction. So you could go to your decimals. We don't want to lose this part, so let's go to third line. All the way down, scroll down. I'm trying to hold the camera. Give me a moment. Okay, and don't clear that. Go to our next line because we don't want to lose that. So let's just put 6 divided by 4. Make it easier. Why are we going to work harder? See this fraction here? I mean decimal. Apologies. We want it into a fraction. Hit this round button right there, and it will give you reduced fraction. See that? 3 over 2. So let's go back to our paper, and we're going to write 3 over 2. So 2x minus 3 over 2. And this one was also same, so we already know it's plus 3 over 2. Okay, now last step. We don't want any fractions in our answer. So remember what I said before? Make a little smiley face. Or remember that bottom goes to the front. So our final answer will be 2x minus 3. The same deal, 2x plus 3. So this is our final factor. Okay. All right, so that was way number 1. Let's do second. So we're going to still do the same thing. Get our GCF. 8 divided by 2. So what we're going to do, we have the same step 1, step 2. Where it's going to be different is from this step. Let me rewrite it here. So this is the second method. This method has to do with perfect squares. So we don't have to do all that what we just did. So we look at this. We don't do nothing with that 2, so we could rewrite it. Okay, now, see that 4? 2 times 2 is 4, and it's our perfect square. Now with the x times x is x squared. The minus, you just write it. You just write it down. Now, with the 9, 3 times 3 is 9, right? And they are perfect square. So what you're going to do is put this, and this was at the front. So you got to remember one of these 2's. It's got to go to the front of my x. So let's rewrite this. The big 2 here. 2x minus 3. So that's our first answer. Now the second answer follows. Anytime you have perfect square, it's same thing. Same identical thing, except this is plus. Only way this shortcut will work if these are perfect squares and this is a minus here. If there's a plus here, this will not work. Has to be. If you cannot recognize this, this is technically a shortcut. Don't use it. But if you can, you can. And see this? We got the same exact answer. 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 3 on our 2. See that? How easy that was? All right, now let's do the Desmos way. All right, let's get back to our computer. So in this situation, I'm showing you 3 different ways. Well, let's scroll back to top. We could get rid of that. And now you'll see why I did not erase anything, because we are reusing it. Okay, so we got, let me rewrite this on my screen. X, we got negative 36, and we got 0 here. Okay, so at the top, we're going to put negative 36 for both of these. They both have to match. You got to double check if using this was 9. The third column, we are looking for the bottom number, which is 0. So let's go to the third column. There you go. So we found the 0. 6 and a 6. So same deal. I'm going to write it right there. Now don't forget, you still have to look for your GCF. So our GCF was 2. All right, now we are not done, because A times C, to get this number, we did 4. A times C was 4 times 9, negative 9. So this A here, we still have to use it. So don't forget, like I said, if you haven't done it previously, go to the bottom. And put 6 divided by 4, and then hit this round button. And you're going to get 3 over 2. See that? Right there. All right, go back to the problem. So you're going to write 2. That's your GCF, x minus 3 over 2, and x plus 3 over 2. Because same exact numbers, so they say. Now last step, don't forget, we don't want any fractions, so you move the 2 to the front. So our final factor answer is 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 3. Okay, also, one more thing. If you end up with this one first, this one second, that's okay. The order don't really matter, because you're going to go find the A, B, C, D, you know. If you're taking any tests or anything, they'll have, you know, either or choice. They might have this part first or that one. It doesn't really matter.